Let's talk about confidence. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Confidence can be, I am better than you. Nope.
No. Confidence isn't I'm better than you. No, that's ego. That's nothing to do with confidence. That's false confidence.
I'm not good enough.
Yeah, I'm not good enough. I feel unsettled. I feel uneasy within myself. I don't know if I'm saying the right things. I don't know if I'm behaving correctly. I don't know if my weight's right. I don't know if people really like me. I don't, all of these things. These are internal questions that most people that struggle with self-confidence. This goes on as like a background voice continually. You're not good enough, as the inner critic. You're not good enough. Why did you say that? Why did you do that? You're not behaving in the right manner. People are going to judge you. This is a big one, isn't it? People are going to judge you because you are not. Yes, you look so much better now. I'm not judging you, Martina. Yeah. I wasn't judging you before, my love.
I have to be perfect
Yeah.
before I do the video. No, it's yeah. We know.
About being able to go into a situation and not feel nervous, not feel intimidated, not feel as though you have nothing to say. And even if you have nothing to say, what does it matter? Allow the other person to speak. There are so many levels of self-confidence, confidence within relationships, to speak up, confidence to really be honest with yourself, to actually really express what it is that you mean and mean what you say, and to back that up by action, not just say and then do the opposite, not pretend and then not be able to complete what you said you were going to do. It's about, even if you get it wrong, it's about supporting yourself and saying, okay, I haven't got it right completely, but it's okay. I'm learning. I will learn. This is exciting. I can move forward. I will not allow my fear to paralyze me, because then I don't go anywhere. Then I am a victim of my own fear. I'm not sitting in my own power. And when you become quietly confident, that kind of contentedness, that gives you this wonderful, gentle self-confidence and power that allows you to move through life with grace and with ease, and not shrinking, not feeling shame, toxic shame, not feeling not good enough, as you said. And where does this confidence or lack of confidence come from?
Yeah. I love the way that is actually looking for that authentic self, which is in every single person, because when we were a little children, we all been confident. We didn't hesitate about ourselves, and we just allow ourselves just to be ourselves, and then something happened when we look.
And very often we're brought up by parents who have not emotionally matured themselves. They may be adult children, and so emotionally they may not understand. Emotionally they may struggle with confidence. They may struggle with saying things in the right way, and they may have built such a tough exterior that they cannot allow anything to move in one direction or another, because it means that they are then out of control and they are vulnerable. And so they impose those beliefs and those fears and their own understanding and perception of the world onto the child. And sometimes they don't even mean to imprint that on the child, but if the child is extremely sensitive, it's going to absorb everything. And up until the age of 5 or 7, at least, a child is in a form of hypnotic state. The mind is in a theta state. It has theta waves, which means that it absorbs almost everything that it is taught, that's around it, and it doesn't have a filter. It can't actually filter what's right, what's wrong, so it just accepts. And so this is how these kind of foundations that don't serve us develop, because we absorb everything. And if we have a parent who is not as healthy or confident as they could be, we will either observe that and learn from that, or we'll be taught it by the parent themselves. And then we have to go through the difficulty of pulling all those threads apart so that we can then understand why we behave in certain ways and how we can rectify that, and how to self-support so that we can actually grow and even make mistakes and not worry about it too much, because we know we're capable of learning and growing and making it better each time.
Absolutely agree with every single word. And it came to me the thing that actually, for the person who starting to build their confidence, I found very, I'm not saying that it's for everyone, but I think it's really good start to start in your sacred safe space. So start with yourself and a pen and paper, for example, when you do these conversations with yourself, and you don't have to straight away to show up to someone, but you can actually train quietly, but actually do the work. Because what change our lives is it's actually the practice, when we get the decision and just go to start to do something about it. Because exactly, it's not even our fault that we lost our confidence. And it's as you well said, we absorb it as a sponge. We just get what was there, and then we try to be confident, but we can't be, because there is a lot of things going in our subconscious mind, in the behind the scene, what we can actually reach. So I remember when we were working together, when you told me self-confidence is about self-knowledge. So more I know myself, more confident I become, and I can how to say, I can certificate it that is really working, because more I unravel myself and more I am asking myself and doing this practice work, my confidence is really growing, and my need for approval is getting quieter and quieter. And I learn to catch, before I something do, I catch that voice and I'm like, okay, what is actually your need? Well, my need is the approval from someone else that I'm okay, that I'm right, that they agree with me. And you just know that when you let others to confirm something, it means you actually abandon yourself and let the others to be powerful more than you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're losing your inner
absolutely. But you have to become aware of what's going on. And this is how you change the patterns, because until you change the patterns, as I mentioned, and as you mentioned, the subconscious mind actually drives us 90% of the time. It's the underlying, it's like the programming of a computer. It's running constantly underneath, and up until the age of 7, we're absorbing everything, where we don't have the ability to filter out what's right and what's wrong. We accept everything. And this programs our mind. And the longer we have been programmed to not believe in ourselves, because a parent who may have problems, maybe an adult child themselves, is dictating what is right and what is wrong and imposing those fears, then our subconscious mind takes that on and as its belief system. And so we can end up growing up with a belief system that has been reinforced time and time again, to believe that everything we do is wrong. We have to be careful. We have to, maybe the world is a dangerous place. Maybe people are dangerous. Maybe we shouldn't trust people. Maybe we shouldn't trust anything, and including ourselves, because we don't make the right decisions. Therefore, we can't trust ourselves either. And all of this culminates, it all sort of comes together and makes this really deep pathway, this groove where our nervous system automatically just gets fired and goes down this pathway. And so we have no actual control at the beginning. And so we have to become aware of our patterns first and where they come from, and gradually nurture, gradually support, gradually heal ourselves, reinforce the new pathways, the new patterns, the new understandings, the new self-belief that supports us and helps us to grow, and teaches us that actually making a mistake and doing something that's not quite right, or doing something that imperfectly, is actually okay, because that's how we learn. If we hide away and we pretend, we never actually learn. And then we end up behaving in a particular way, but knowing that we feel different. And those two things are incongruent. They don't fit together. So we are performing to the world, but inside we're kind of in chaos and self-doubting. And so everything becomes a show. Everything becomes a performance. And then we can't believe in ourselves because we know we're performing and we expect everybody else to find us out. So we still don't develop that true self-confidence, that self-confidence where we do not need to prove anything to anybody else, where it's actually okay, you know, and then we can accept ourselves. We begin to trust our own decisions, because even if we make a mistake, we know that we are going to take responsibility for that mistake. And we are going to change that, and we are going to develop ourselves so that we don't make that mistake again, or so that we make it less and less until we actually get it right. And that is an enjoyable process, because as soon as you are making a change, and a positive change, your confidence immediately grows. And each time you do that, it grows and grows and grows. And then once you understand that you actually support yourself, that you are being honest with yourself, that you are really being your most authentic person, then life starts to change, and it starts to become much easier, and you start to get excited instead of fearful. So instead of hiding away because you're so frightened of making a mistake, you actually begin to embrace. You start to get out there and not worry, and even look forward to making some mistakes, so that you know that you're going to move forward, and you're going to grow, and you're going to get better and better, and also have fun, because you're letting yourself off the hook. You are not self-punishing. And as you said before, you're not self-abandoning. You're saying, no, okay, we're going to do this. I am supporting myself, my inner child. I'm teaching her. I'm guiding her where she or he was never guided before. And that is what's so incredibly liberating and healing. And there are a number of confidence exercises to do, as well as working with the inner child. And we will share some of those exercises with you in a workshop that we're going to be doing very soon.